Ha guys, let's get more news about Warriors, but first don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave a like. NBA admits crucial missed call on Draymond Green during Pistons Warriors. The Golden State Warriors notched a closely contested 115-110 win over the Detroit Pistons on Saturday night, improving their 2024-2 season record to 36-28. The game came down to the wire as the home team Warriors fought off the Pistons at the Chase Center with just under 2 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. Pistons all-star Cade Cunningham missed a contested layup with the score knotted up at 105-105. Newly acquired Warrior Jimmy Butler reeled in the rebound and took the ball up the court for one of the game's final possessions. Draymond Green got the ball at the top of the key, switching his pivot foot multiple times before passing it off to the wing. The officiating crew missed this traveling violation on Sunday. The NBA released its last 2-minute reports for qualifying games. In these reports, the league admitted an incorrect non-all on what should have been a turnover for the Warriors. Green GSW moves his pivot foot on the perimeter. The report reads: Stephen Curry led the way for the Warriors with 32 points on August 22, shooting from the field, and April 15, shooting from behind the three-point arc. Butler provided secondary scoring with 26 points, 9 rebounds and 5 assists. Green finished the game with 12 points, 9 rebounds and 7 assists. The Pistons dropped their second consecutive loss despite an impressive 31-point performance from Cunningham, Tobias Harris and Jalen Duren, both notched solid double-doubles. The Warriors will face off against the Portland Trail Blazers in their next matchup on Monday night. The Pistons will match up against the Trail Blazers on Sunday evening. Warrior Stephen Curry reacts to Draymond Green's game ball swipe with Kevin Durant revelation. The Golden State Warriors have been transformed by the Jimmy Butler trade. They have gone 11-1 with Butler in their lineup, and Butler's presence seems to have helped Stephen Curry the most. Curry has been on a tear as of late, and on Saturday night the Warrior star once again played a starring role in a 115-110 win over the Detroit Pistons, scoring 32 points despite a substandard shooting night, crossing the 25,000-point mark for his career in the process. Curry is only the 30th player, how fitting in NBA slumber history, to score 25 points or more for their career, and the Warriors certainly knew how momentous of an occasion it was. In fact, Draymond Green, Curry's teammate since the 2012-13 season, took initiative and secured the game ball for the Warrior star. Apparently this is not the first time Green has done it, with Curry joking that he has already done this in the past for Kevin Durant, making fun of Green in the process. Yeah, he's going to keep it for me. I heard he's got a little bit of KD's memorabilia, he's just collecting stuff for all of us. I'll come back and get it eventually, Curry joked in his post-game presser following the Warriors went over the Pistons by a 95.7 the game on X, formerly Twitter. Curry of course is joking around. He's earned the right to engage in this kind of banter with Green, having been through so many battles with him in the past, but perhaps there is utility in Green keeping the game ball for the Warriors star. After all, the 2015 NBA MVP may not have as much room in his awards cabinet as Green does at the end of T. He Day. What the Warriors will be most pleased with is how well oiled their current machine seems to be, hitting their stride right in time for the season stretch run. There have been some moments earlier in the 2024-25 season where Stephen Curry looked more mortal than ever, more susceptible to rough shooting nights than he was in the past, but Curry has been rejuvenated by the Butler trade, and even on nights when he's not shooting the ball well, he still finds other ways to contribute or score the basketball. Curry is currently putting up 30.8 points, 4.2 rebounds and 5.8 assists per game in games he shared with Butler, and he's doing so on near 50,490 splits. Those are numbers of an MVP caliber player, and at 36 years old what Curry is doing cannot be taken for granted. Jimmy Butler just accomplished a milestone early into his stint with the Golden State Warriors. 12 games into his time with the Warriors, Butler is averaging 17.8 points, 5.3 rebounds, 5.3 assists and 1.2 steals per game. He is shooting 46% from the LD including 20% from beyond the arc. Butler has yet to record a double-double or triple-double with Golden State. However, he has been involved in multiple areas of the game. He reached double digits in scoring 10 times, grabbed 5 or more rebounds 5 times and 5 or more assists 8 times. In terms of season totals, the star forward has 214 points, 64 rebounds and 64 assists. As a result, he became the 4th fastest player in Warriors history to record 200 or more points, 60 or more rebounds and 60 or more assists per StatMember. Warriors head coach Steve Kerr drops truth bomb on playoff Jimmy. Just 1 month ago it looked like their Golden State Warriors' hopes of making a meaningful postseason run were practically non-existent. The Dubs were 25-26 and on the outside of the Western Conference playoff picture, barely hanging on to the 10th seed, but thanks to a trade with the Miami Heat that landed Golden State veteran forward Jimmy Butler, a postseason appearance became a virtual certainty. With Stephen Curry, Draymond Green and Steve Kerr in the picture, the Warriors have at the very least a punch chance in any playoff series. After all, we're talking about a core that has delivered the Bay Area 4 NBA titles and 6 finals appearances in the last decade, but the looming presence of playoff Jimmy legitimizes Golden State's title hopes in a very real way, and even Steve Kerr is seemingly coming around on this idea after a 115-110 win over the Detroit Pistons on Saturday night. Golden State's 11th victory in 13 games since acquiring Butler. Kerr acknowledged that in a game that was played with postseason intensity, playoff Jimmy showed up a couple of months ahead of time and went for 26 points, 9 rebounds and 5 assists. The way people talk about playoff Jimmy make it sound like he's some sort of hardwood folk hero, Paul Bunyan in sneakers, Davy Crockett with a shot fake that defenders just can't help but fall for. But on multiple occasions we've been shown that this is no myth or apocryphal tale. Twice Butler led the Miami Heat to the NBA Finals, and once he brought them to within a game of an Eastern Conference title in his last 7 postseason series. Butler is averaging 27 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists and 2 steals per game, but Jimmy Butler's impact as a member of the Warriors won't necessarily just be measured by the numbers that he puts up. Perhaps even more important to Golden State's success will be what Butler's presence unlocks for Stephen Curry. Curry has been on a prolonged heater since the Butler trade, averaging 30.4 points, 4.2 rebounds and 6.4 assists with 50-42 D92 shooting splits against Detroit. The 2-time MVP poured in 32 points, his 6th game with at least 30 points since Butler arrived. And you fan, what do you think about Steve Kerr's situation? Write to us in the comments.